Let's talk about this. So, we're going to talk about Trump's mugshot and what it means, some interesting aspects into the case, and really what I think about all of this. So, let's talk about what this means. It is the first president in history to have a mugshot. Definitely the most condemned president in our history, for sure. But if you look at the dates when they're trying to try him and when they're trying to go to trial and stuff like that, it's all close to when the primaries are starting, right? If it was really that important, they would have already tried this before he announced that he was running for president again. He even said in his interview, they wouldn't have came after me if I would have not announced for president. Now, I say that because think about it. After he became president, there was nothing. No convictions. They stopped going after him. Russiagate was fake. It was another one that was fake. The Stormy Daniels gate was fake, pretty much. And it was basically like they just stopped going after him after he stopped. He really got out of the limelight, I should say, and all the cases was dropped. Nobody was talking about him at all. And then once he re-announced, then look at the date that he re-announced. Right after that was when they started coming out with these indictments and saying they was suing him and saying that they was going after him in court. And he's definitely the most prosecuted because he knows Washington. And he doesn't fit a politician. Fit the politician's mold. I'm sorry if my voice sounds kind of crazy. I'm a little sick right now. I don't know if it's allergies or if it's just a cold, but either way, gotta make this video for my fans, But yeah, it doesn't make sense that they started going after him when he was president. Then they stopped, and then they started going after him after he announced that he was rerunning. He didn't go to CNN town hall, which that's crazy by itself. But he said there's no competition for him to go. There's no reason for him to go. He's dominating the polls, which I can see. No matter who you ask, he's dominating the polls. I don't think Joe is going to run. I think Joe will be impeached. And Kamala will be the next sitting president at the moment of his impeachment. As well, I'm really worried about who's going to become the VP, if it's the Speaker of the House. I believe that's Nancy Pelosi, which we're going to be in trouble. But yeah, I think once Congress gets back in session, they're going to go to impeach Joe because we have more proof on him. That's why Trump was never impeached, because they didn't have no proof. They have proof for Joe. He's being bribed and incentivized by these Chinese companies and all of these people who are actually, they have the records of them giving money. It was on Hunter Biden's laptop, In addition to Hunter lying on his background and all of that stuff, Hunter's in business with Joe. That's why it's interconnected like that. So Joe's going to get out of office. Kamala's going to be president. I've heard that they're going to redo the lockdowns again. I think that's the only way that they can really beat Trump is if they do the mail-in voting again, because people don't have no control over that. They can say, oh, your vote got lost in the mail, or for some reason we got 300,000 mail-in votes from this address that all said Biden. Somehow, Biden's not going to win the primary. There's no way. He's at the bottom of the leaderboard. I believe when Trump wins, it will be either Trump Vivek or Trump Larry Elder. That would be crazy, because that alone would prove that he's not racist, even though there's videos of him denouncing neo-Nazis and racism like 36 times. Just look up Trump denounces racism. Also, he had a lot of people in his campaign that were black. There's one guy that was in his campaign that was black that's actually being tried right now and held without bond. People are saying that's racist. But he was on Trump's team. They're forgetting that. That's the racist guy had a black guy on his team. Oh, he's racist. In addition to all the stuff, just watch Larry Elder's video about everything. It's called Larry Elder, Trump is Racist or something, and he talks about all the stuff that he did for black people, specifically for black people, when our black president didn't do nothing for us, did more for gay people than us. But anyway, his mugshot is iconic. People are already putting it on t-shirts. They're already going crazy with it, and it's gonna be viral. It's already viral, and he returned to Twitter, which is also another viral thing. Like, it's absolutely amazing. He is good at marketing. It's one thing he is excellent at, is marketing and strategizing. The fact that he didn't go to the GOP, and the GOP's numbers were not even a fifth of what he got. He got 200 million views in a day. So I know didn't nobody watch the GOP like that. I know it wasn't 250 million. I know that for a fact because I watched it and I got bored. I looked at the highlights, and the highlights had me like, wow. And that's it. Just wow. I watched Trump video. I was like, good God. He needs more time. He needs more time to talk. It's crazy how that works. But yeah, he did an interview with Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson's probably going to get a lot of flack now, but he doesn't care. He's on the only free platform controlled by Elon Musk, X, formerly known as Twitter. I think that's pretty based because when Elon was interviewing with the guy about Twitter, he said, he was actually interviewing with Tucker Carlson, still on Fox News, I believe. And he said, actually, if you don't want to make Twitter a political platform, is because he fired like 95% of his staff. And he said, apparently, if you don't want to turn Twitter into a political platform, suppressing certain people and labeling certain stuff as false information, that's true, then it turns out you don't need that many employees. 95% of his staff is crazy. But it turns out when you're not trying to silence people's voices and opinions on the supposed to be a free network where you could talk about anything freely that doesn't bring harm to other people, then, I mess with Elon though because he getting rid of them P's, the LGBT P's. He getting rid of them P's. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Somebody posted that flag and he instantly banned their account. Get their ass up out of here, man. We don't need none of that on this shit, man. For real. We don't need none of that on YouTube. None of that on none of these social networks. We need to take the P and take their ass to jail or worse. Anyways. It's very interesting that they started going after him after he announced he was running for president. Like, it's like they couldn't go after him before that, so they had to go after him right after he announced. It's just wild to me. And the fact that he's been in the public eye for so long and nobody can like directly state anything that he said that was racist. Even my own friends are like, oh, he racist, he piece of shit. If he died tomorrow, I wouldn't care. I'm like, that's cool, that's your opinion, you're entitled to your opinion, but you want to silence Trump's opinion, but your opinion doesn't agree with that view, silencing people's opinion. So basically, if I disagree with you, that means your opinion should be silenced? I don't agree with that. If we disagree, we should be able to talk about why we disagree, maybe come to an understanding on why we disagree with each other, and move the fuck on with our lives. Not, oh, you disagree with me, silence them. Hate speech. Hate speech isn't real. People used to get bullied and shit and talk about fucking way worse than what people are getting banned for hate speech. Hate speech can kiss my ass, for real. I could give 2 F's about some damn hate speech. It's not real. It's not real. I've been called all type of, as soon as I came out as a conservative, I was called all type of coconuts, Uncle Tom, monkeys, boot kissers, slave master, all type of stuff. Ain't that hate speech? But you want to be able to freely call me whatever, but when I come back, then that's hate speech. That's not fair. Shit, almost died. Did I say I was sick? Sorry about that. But anyways, it's funny that even if he goes to jail, he can pardon himself once he wins the presidency, or he can basically lock down the whole jail with his Secret Service and say like, hey, they're a threat to me, or hey, I think they're a danger. Or he could just tell them, hey, make sure nobody comes within 20 feet of me. And nobody can. It's just that simple. Like, yeah, it's ridiculous that they're trying to lock this man up just because he's a political opponent that they disagree with and they know he will win. So we're in a country now where you can try to legally lock up your political opponents just for disagreeing with them, just because you think they'll win. And none of these charges have any base to them. And he's covered under the Presidential Immunity Act, which is a federal case, which will get him immunity. 99.9% of the time, he will have immunity for anything he did as president, even if it's an illegal action. He can't be tried with it, can't be charged with it. But the fact that they're going after him this hard makes me just want to fight with him harder. Like, I felt like him a couple times where people have just went after me, and I felt like nobody wanted me to win, and that made me want to win more. So I'm voting for Trump. I don't care who knows it. I don't care who said I got anything to say about it. You got something to say about it, leave it in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe. I think he's going to win. He's dominating the polls right now. The more they try to take him down, the more publicity they're giving him, and it's going to be crazy. I'm really interested to see what happens in October, though. If they start doing the lockdowns again. Let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff. Stay tuned for more. Peace.